Greetings, opera lovers. It's Rona from a very proud Pittsburgh. Yesterday I attended the final performance that the Pittsburgh Opera put on of Verdi's Aida. It was a celebration of both Verdi's 200th birthday and the 75th anniversary of the Pittsburgh Opera. The reason I had decided to go to this production, I don't go to all the productions from the opera company, is that first of all, I love Aida. But I was really taken with the kind of last-minute debut Latonia Moore had, I believe, 2 seasons ago, stepping in and doing an Aida and wowing everyone. So I wanted to hear what all the fuss was about. And I bought the tickets for my husband and me. And when I was doing a little research on the cast, I realized we were going to have 4 principals who sing at the Met. I don't believe that has ever happened here before, since I've been going to the operas, that 4 of the 5 principals are regulars at the Met. So that was really a wonderful additional surprise. And 2 of the smaller roles were done, one by someone unknown to me and another done by a resident artist, and they did fantastically well. So overall, when people think about operas, today they talk about the production. Well, thank God there is nothing controversial that I can say about this production of Aida. I was not looking forward to some director's interpretation of what any of it meant. I know what it means. The story is very self-evident. The costumes and scenery were lovely. It is a co-production, or I don't know what the word is if 3 groups do it, but Pittsburgh Opera, the Opera from Montreal, and the Opera of Utah collaborated to make this production and make the wigs and costumes. Very beautifully done, beautifully staged. So let's get down to the specifics. First of all, what's Aida without a great Aida? Well, we had a great Aida. Miss Moore is so the real deal. How many people can sing O Patria Mia, get the high C, get all the low notes, sing with omneris, do the beautiful duets, be a presence, sing over the orchestra in the triumphal scene, sing Ritorna Vincitor, all of that gloriously. The last time I heard Aida was at the Met. And although the singer was totally first class, she could not sing the high C's. This is a real point of departure between what I heard at the Met and heard here in Pittsburgh. It was way better in Pittsburgh. The other principals were all from the Met. Singing Radames was Carl Tanner, a total pro, did a great job as Radames. Of course, Radames comes out and has to sing a very difficult aria after singing maybe 5 or 6 notes. As the evening wore on, his voice really became much more expressive, and he was totally engaged as the character of Radames. In his scene with Aida on the Nile, it was very beautiful. And at the end, when he comes out in the tomb scene, he did some very beautiful singing. Elizabeth Bishop, also a star at the Met, or a singer at the Met, she was our omneris. I loved her high notes. They went way over the orchestra, but I don't really think she's an ideal omneris. However, having said that, she did a terrific job pulling off the portrayal of the princess, a future queen of her country, and the rival of Aida. Oren Gratis, a former Pittsburgh artist resident, did the role of the priest. Now, I want to mention two names to you for you to watch out for. The first one was a young baritone named Lester Lynch. He did Amonasro. I thought he had a wonderful voice and has a great future. So remember his name, Lester Lynch. Doing a very small role of the messenger was a current resident artist. His name is Daniel Curran. Those of you who know the opera of Aida knows that you all know that he's on stage for a very short amount of time and has very little to sing. He did terrifically. I'm going to hear him next in La Bohème in that fabulous role of Parpignol. Okay, enough with sarcasm. So how did the whole opera work? Well, in the able hands of our conductor, Anthony Walker, it moved along at an incredibly brisk and energetic pace. I loved it all, except my favorite line of the opera is where Aida says in Italian, "Oh, my country, oh, my homeland, how much you cost me, what sacrifice I have to make." And in that line, the orchestra seemed a tad rushed. That was my only complaint about the whole evening. Many times when we go to a grand opera like this and we know there's going to be a ballet, it's like, when will it be over? They did a terrific job. Michel de la Reza, who is the choreographer and head of Attack Theater, really put on quite a nice ballet. The chorus, as always, did a fantastic job. They are so spot on and rich. And the orchestra also played beautifully. Mr. Walker was able to bring forth a nicely nuanced rendition of the opera. There are a few other things I want to mention that made this opera really special. During the triumphal scene, they brought out two horses decorated to the nines in, I don't know what you would call it, but just very beautiful with beautiful riders. They also paraded around in the stream of the slaves and people, rescued greyhounds, and they were part of an initiative to help raise awareness and funds for this very worthwhile group that rescues these greyhounds after they race. We also had a falcon on stage. And in each performance, a different former sports hero from our city was honored in the parade of the slaves. It's such a Pittsburgh thing. I would say my only disappointment was that not every single seat in the house was filled. It was pretty filled, but there were some empty seats. I can't imagine why. This was such a terrific experience all around. Before I leave, I have to say a few more words about Miss Moore's singing. It is such a difficult role, and she was able to bring that beautiful, glorious high voice down to her low registers without making a big break. She was able to ease into her chest voice, make it sound nice and meaty, but just in such a great way. Also, this woman has an adorable and darling stage presence. She just won the hearts of everybody. She was so youthful. It was so nice to see a young and spirited Aida. And so it was a great Sunday. I had a house guest who came here just to see Aida, and he was not disappointed at all. And so I'm so glad he came and joined Stu and me for the day. And you'll hear from me maybe later, maybe very soon, because tonight I'm going to listen to Two Boys webcast from the Met. Have a great day, everybody.